Well, as happy as I was about our defense the first half, I just flipped it. We just didn't play much defense the second half. And basically, they just played pickup ball, put their heads down and go. And we weren't able to stay in front of them. They hit some threes, too. I don't know what they did the first half. First half threes, they were, what, 1 for 7. In the second half, they're 6 for 9. That really helped them. But, Zero really hurt us with his penetration. And then Jerry Johnson hit some number one hit some big threes at the end to bring them back. And so we just didn't handle their quick shot offense, for lack of a better word. The second half, we didn't do a very good job there. So we played with a lot of people in foul trouble. Marlon had 4, Isaiah had 4, Alonzo had 4. So, I guess Eric had 3, but that's not a concern. But, we out-rebounded him 40-30. Again, we got 15. I think we got 16 against Little Rock. So that's a big plus that we're doing. We're getting some offensive rebounds. And they're playing hard, but we just did not handle their offense the second half, very well. We got to do a better job of that. But it's good to get a win. It's good to get this victory and sweep for the week. I've heard that UTA beat Little Rock tonight. So I want to say Little Rock has 4 losses. And, I know they got to play at one of the Georgia schools yet. So, but after that, I don't know what they have after that. So we just got to take care of our business and hope some people help us from down the road. We played with a lot more energy and intensity, and that's the human mind. Plus, you're dealing with 18 to 22-year-olds. They're great kids, but they can get in a little bit of, relax mode at halftime. I remember my first year as a full-time assistant, I worked for Billy Tubbs at Lamar. We went to the Sweet 16. That's one heck of a first job. And we were playing Weber State in the first round at Weber State, and we had a 20-point lead with 3 minutes to go. Now, remind you, there's no three-point line back then. And we beat them by 2. By 2. No three-point line. They outscored us by 18 in 3 minutes, and luckily we were able to get the victory. And so sometimes teams catch fire, and Johnson caught fire there at the end. Fields made some big plays for him, and even what's his name, Eaton got to the rim, and we fouled him sometimes that allowed them to make a comeback on us. Plus, we didn't do a very good job with Nigel playing the point. It was out of whack. We probably should have brought Marlon back in a little bit quicker. Well, and on top of that, the one loss is we played without Nigel, and they beat us 60-57 on a three-pointer with 19 seconds to go at their place. So, I think we're playing pretty good basketball. I think the defense is pretty good. I think save for this half. I told him, I said, I don't think I've had a team score 51 points in a half on us since I've been here, and we win. So thank God we really played some good basketball to begin the half. So of course we played better offense, a little bit better offense, but again, Eric Terry had a decent night, 10 and 5, but we got to get some consistency from Sule and Terry. Sule has a game of his life Thursday night, 26, and I want to say 10. We don't beat Little Rock without Alonzo. Like I told him, you guys got to quit taking a day off. And if you take a day off, find out which day Eric's going to take off so you can take off the other day. Y'all got to come play. And, so that's what we've been missing. In some losses, early in the year when we started conference, Nigel went through a shooting slump. But in some other losses, we've not had inside play in some of the games we've lost. And you got to have a balance inside, outside. You just can't shoot threes or long twos. You got to lay it off the glass. You got to get some putbacks and things like that. That's just part of the game, So, and Isaiah has been doing a good job rebounding the basketball for us. That's one thing he's been very consistent about, rebounding. And he's been very helpful to our cause in that respect. He got some fouls, which held him to less than 20 minutes. I wish he could have got a few more points for us, but 8 rebounds in 20 minutes is excellent, is very good. And so he's a key figure, and we gotta keep him healthy because he's been a consistent part of our team this year, particularly in the rebounding area. I knew Little Rock's gonna make a comeback. They're the league leader. We've got to do a better job. We didn't have Mason for second half, and then we didn't have Mason for this game. We're hoping to have him back for Thursday. But, so we're playing 60 out of 80 minutes without our starting point guard. And that's one of the things you got to talk about. And, but even let's include him in the picture. We've got to do a better job of what I'm telling people is we prepare you to guard. This is what they're going to do, fellas. They're going to run this play, and this guy's going to do this, and this guy's going to do that. We have the ability to chart their plays and pick out maybe their 8 to 10 best offensive actions and teach them that. But what I can't do for you is when we stop that and there's 8, 9, 10 seconds left on the clock and somebody goes one-on-one, that's on you. You got to guard. You got to sit down and guard. And we still got to help if someone gets beat. But a couple of times, Zero beat whoever he was guarding, and he drives, and we come over to help, and they throw it to the corner, and the guy hits a three, if you remember that. And so we got to really just sit down and guard and do a better job in one-on-one. Like I told them, we'll have you prepared for their offense. The question is when their offense doesn't score and the shot clock's 10 or under, and somebody's going to say, I got to go, are you going to be able to stop it? And tonight we couldn't do that. We didn't do that the second half. But they did it the first. But guess what they did? They tried to run their offense. Sure. And we got them out of their offense. Second half, the coach said, hey, this ain't working. We're going to go quick scoring actions. In other words, second half they played pickup ball. Right. That's what they did. They played pickup game. And I didn't prepare them to play a pickup game. If you go to the NIT, that means you won the conference regular season title. And I think that's quite an accomplishment. That means over 18, 20 games, you grinded it out, and you got it done. And just like we finished third, and we came real close to winning that title 3 years ago, I'd have been happy as heck, but we weren't, I don't think we were the best team that year. I thought we were the third best team. I've always said this, injuries and referees are your two worst enemies. All it is one bad call keeps you out of the tournament or keeps you out of the league championship. And injuries are your worst enemies. If you can stay injury free somehow over the course of whatever it is we play 5 months and nobody gets hurt, it's a miracle. It really is.
I played point guard in high school my senior year, and then my sophomore year when Marlon got injured, I was the backup point guard. So it's basketball. Positions overrated.
Trusting each other. Trusting if we get beat, our home man's gonna help us. So it's all about trusting each other and just sticking together, basically.
Early in the game, we finished a lot of possessions, and the other team, I think, just caught off guard how hard we start off playing. So towards the end of the game, just like I said, Thursday, we just we didn't finish possessions towards the end. But throughout the game, how the game went, we still you could say they were coming back, but we were up by 14 with 4 minutes left, so it's not really a comeback. They just kind of made some shots towards the end of the game. But throughout the scheme of the game, we kept our lead because we were up 31-13, but we hit a shot right before halftime, so that's really 29. So we were up by 16, so we kept the lead between 12 and 16 the entire second half, most of the board. But towards the end of the game, they made some threes. Number one got going. He could shoot the ball, so he made some pretty tough shots.
Yes, I feel like we put ourselves in a good position to play good basketball, and we control our own destiny. So that's something that's good for us, and that's a very big opportunity for us to make a statement in Sunbelt.
We getting there. We not there yet. When we put together a full 40-minute game, and it's funny though, but I feel like we're playing our best basketball after Lafayette against Coastal Carolina. But the fact that I left, due to my childbirth, I feel like it kind of threw us for a little bump. Right. But, we going to get back to where we need to be.
It's just putting the ball in the hole, just having confidence in yourself that every shot's going to go in. And I felt like every shot was gonna go in. So that's basically what it is. It's confidence. Taking every day at a time, and it starts with tomorrow, as far as maybe resting, and then after that it starts with Monday. So just taking it every day at a time, and just locking in every day, every practice till the day of the game, and just go and play the game and play hard.
Now today you hit a 3-pointer and you gave us a tap on the head. Do you want to explain what that means?
I'll tell you, like, in your face, on your head, you know what I'm saying? And ain't a lot you could do about it, just head tap. You know, the defender was kind of close to my face. That's what they say, that's the only type of threes I can make for my shooting percentage. They might be telling the truth.